Hey Carter, it's Monday, August 8th, 2022. It's Monday morning. I know you probably don't know what today is. Today is my dad's birthday. So it's sort of you know, a semi-meaningful day in that, you know, it's been almost 4 years since my dad passed away, and you know, I still have his phone number on my phone, for instance, and I wish sometimes I could talk to him. And that's what makes me feel so glad, actually, that you were able to talk to me last night. I'm glad that we had at least some time, trying to keep the glare out of the phone, some time at dinner last night, because it's important to me that you can talk to me. It's also important to me that I am able to do things for you that most parents won't do. And I know you don't see that. And you shouldn't see that. You shouldn't actually have to question that there are things that I do that you shouldn't even have to know. Some of the things that, a lot of the things that get done, because it's not, it's irrelevant. You know, I'm very glad that you have Jordan, for instance, to speak with. And I'm glad that Jordan is able to get to a place where he is now, you know, able to offer some additional services, so forth, whatever about that kind of stuff, right? Okay, I know nobody wants to be in counseling. No teenager ever said that they want to be going to their counselor. You know, there's stuff going on for you that no other kid has ever had to probably deal with. But don't think that you're alone. That's, I think, the thing that troubles me a little bit is in this, some of the things that I hear you say. It makes me feel like you really truly feel like you are alone in dealing with stuff, and you're not. And I know that I can't be there right there in that space with you, because it's your journey. You are on a journey. I'm on my own journey. I'm on my own journey of a lot of traumas and a lot of things that happened to me in my own past. Some of what has happened to you also happened to me. Some of what happened to you was completely unique to your experience. And that's just the truth. I mean, I can't be in your shoes, and I can't be, but I do feel it. I feel your pain. When you tell me you're hurting, it hurts. Okay, and you're not trying to hurt me, and I think this is where something got confused. I know that you feel like I said to you that you're the cause of my pain. That is absolutely not true. Your pain, though, the pain that you are suffering, the pain that you are feeling, and the projection with which you put upon, it does cause pain. It does hurt. And it's not because you're putting it on me, it's because you are hurting. And there is not a parent in this world, well, I can't say that, because there are some parents that will project a lot of pain on their children. But that is not my goal. That is not my objective. It's not parents. Most parents don't have that objective. But life and the world can be rather cruel. And I know you've seen that. My objective, most parents' objective, is to try to keep their children from getting hurt, and that's why we have rules and stuff in place, and that's why we have certain things that have to be done. But, you know, as a parent, I realize I can't protect my child from all the things in the world that I wish I could. All kinds of examples that I could use here, but I don't want to talk about those kinds of examples. I just want to suggest that you may not see some of what I'm doing. I can't show you a lot of what I'm doing, but I have to do things for us, for our life moving forward, for me, for my life moving forward, that are, in many cases, sometimes is going to be for me. And if that comes across as narcissistic, I'm sorry. I have to have a life. I have to pay my bills. I have to do things for us that are also for myself, because I can't sacrifice everything for you know, I can only go so far, and I don't have help. And you don't understand this. I don't have help. I have Ann, okay, and Ann is very helpful to me, and yes, she does love me, and I love her very much too. But she cares about you. She cares about you a lot, and I will never leave you just to go. You know, you will never be cast out or set aside. You are always invited. You are always welcome. You are always part of us. But you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice to be involved or being, because you're included. You're included with everything. You mentioned a couple things last night, and I know some of what you're mentioning is you venting, and you need to get some of that stuff out. But there are some things that I feel like you're still kind of churning in your head that are very, very difficult to process. And I get it. They're very difficult to understand, very difficult to process. But I can promise you, there's some things that you mentioned about Steam gift cards. There's some things that you mentioned about, the pain that I've caused you in life and so forth. And look, I'm sorry. I hope you see this. I hope you understand. I am very deeply troubled by some of the decisions I've had to make in my past that were, at the time, some of the decisions that I felt like I had to make. Sometimes they were short-term decisions that led to me feeling some kind of pleasure. Okay, and a narcissist will make short-term decisions to be damned to anybody else in that person's life. And maybe we're reflecting on some relationship choices or whatnot, but those are adult decisions that I had to make because I had relationships that weren't taking me where I needed to go, weren't taking me, anyway, that's not what this conversation is about. But there are decisions that I've had to make that are my personal decisions as I learn and go through life that create some difficult, challenging situations that I have to make then subsequent decisions. And if I can make all the right decisions in every given moment, then some of those other decisions later on I wouldn't have to make. But I'm trying to make decisions as I go through life. Sometimes we're presented with something that works, and it makes it work, and it allows us to function. And in that allowing us to function, sometimes we have to take that, and then we have to later make adjustments. I was given an example of an airline that when a jet plane takes off and is going to its next destination, it is always off course, and that is it's actually heading in the right direction. But when that airplane takes off and it's 500 miles away from its next destination, he makes course adjustments. And as he makes course adjustments, we'll use this as an example. As that airline is making course adjustments, he'll have to steer towards something and then steer towards the next thing. So it has constant course adjustments that get made to get it to the next destination. And that is a lot of how our lives end up having to go. We are having to constantly make course adjustments as we get from one place to another. But those course adjustments get us to our destination, but we have to understand and know kind of where our destination is. And right now, I don't know there's been too much of an unknown for us in many ways, and I can't allow those unknowns to be completely dominating our life. We have to move towards a certain thing. I don't know necessarily what your future looks like, but I know you have a future. I know you don't see it for yourself, so I have to continue to progress towards my future so that I can have a life that you are welcome to be part of. You are part of my life. You are part of me. Anne cares for you because you are part of me. And that's part of why she cares about you. She cares about you because she knows that I'm a package deal. I'm a package deal. I come with my son, and I know you don't like talking about it, but Maddie's part of this package too. She's grown up now. She's going to be almost 21. She's going to be 21 years old this year. All right, you're going to be 17 in just a month. Now, not to try to counter some of the discussion points that we had last night, but there are some things that you mentioned that are very confusing for me. Very confusing because when you mention them, I get lost in them because my memory is not that good. You know that, okay? And I feel like sometimes the cloudiness of my memory is something that causes issues for us because I can't remember stuff. I can't remember a lot of things. I certainly didn't expect that missing Easter, which is not, it's never been a holiday that you cared much for, and now you're bringing it up again several months later. That's very confusing for me because Easter is not an occasion where gifts are meant to be given. It's an occasion where a lot of parents do that because it's something where retailers and marketers get parents feeling guilty because they need to celebrate this holiday by giving gifts and stuff like that. That's not what the holiday's about. It's a holiday of resurrection, okay? And it's a holiday of forgiveness, and that's what it's supposed to be about. And you know, so if you want to know what Easter is, that's what Easter is. It's not about gifts and gift giving and receiving and stuff like that. And look, I know that you're hurting. I know that there's a lot of stuff that's been part of our life, but we can't live in the past. We have to live in the now, in the present, so that we can get beyond that and have a better life for ourselves. You have a better life ahead of you. I have a better life ahead of me. It's going to be a challenge. And I tell you what, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for me to get past my stuff so that I can actually provide for us, so that we can have a life in our future. It's going to be tough. And I'm telling you, tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for me every day. Every day is going to be the hardest thing that I have had to do in the last 10 years. Going forward, we are in a recession. We are in a situation where people are afraid of losing their homes. I right now don't have an income unless I can be extremely productive. And I mean extremely productive. And I don't mean a little bit. I mean I'm going to have to be extremely focused on work, on productivity, on marketing, on mastering the market out there. And I need you to be okay. The only way I can do that is if you are okay. Because if for some reason I get to a point and I find that you're not okay, then none of that really matters. All of that is so that I can take care of us and take care of you. But if you're not okay, or if I get to a point where that's great and you're not okay, then it's pointless. So I need you to be okay. And I can't, my saying it doesn't just make it happen. But I need you to understand that I am doing whatever I can to, in the very meagerest of my capabilities, to find a way to help you be okay. And that's the best I can do. And I'm there every day, and you may not see me, you may not see what I do, because I know you're in your room a lot. You keep your door locked. You don't come out. When you do come out, you come out for a couple of seconds and then you go right back into your room. I am there in that house every day. 99.9% of the time you have your door locked and you are keeping yourself locked away from me. That's just the truth, okay? Just kind of keep that in mind for reflectivity. I am home every single day. There has not been a day in the last 3 years that I haven't been home at our house. And that is not me. Okay, so you want me to change? I have changed completely who I am, what I do. It has ripped some of my identity apart, because who I am and what I do has completely changed so that I can be there for you. Because I am going to be there for you. And part of that ripping apart is tearing apart things that, you know, I can set aside for a while. You know, but I have a need to be out there in the world, because I cannot stay at home. I cannot stay at home because it is depressing for me to be at home. I'm finishing this walk. It's been a long time. I've been trying to record this video. This is a longer video than I thought it was going to be. It's just a blog kind of message at this point in time, and it may just be who knows what this message is. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to share this with you, but it's probably going to go on my journal posts. All right. I love you, kid. I hope that you can see that someday.